Yeah, and they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots, a lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed them.
And here is Durant after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry on the shot clock. And Robertson kicks to Westbrook, and he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 5.
Out to this
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
The Thunder have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. It's rebounded by Golden State.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And here's Barnes for 3, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved to the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Now here's Barnes following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And let's look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading their position in blocks over the last month. Kevin Durant is second.
Just on a play and do everything they can to challenge each and every shot.
Well, you'd think the energy they expend defensively would take away from their offense, but that's not the case for them. A block leads to an easy basket or fuels their offense.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up, and oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Here's Curry following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Thompson, powered down with both hands.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's Barnes, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone so far in the game. Here's Robertson, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now here's Curry, and the shot is good. Curry's got 5 now.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And really, they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game. I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
The Thunder have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They will become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work. Big-time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then. Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. Knocked loose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Durant with the drive. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. And they had a lot of pressure on them, emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Here's Curry. Got a piece of it, but they recover it. Iguodala kicks to Curry. Second chance shot. The shot no good. Westbrook with the nice D there. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Green with the block. They recover it. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Thunder shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line if I have a dribble.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Thunder.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes and Green are the forward set. Iguodala out there with Steph Curry. And it's Ezeli in at the 5.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim. And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Curry can't get it to go. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Barnes.
Thompson.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? 4th, Russell Westbrook.
Boy, he's really done a nice job of looking for his teammates and getting them the ball on time and in rhythm. And it's resulted in more open looks for his team. And that's all good. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Green, no luck. The Thunder leading by 3. It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. And a wide open look for Iguodala. It's good from long range. Iguodala's got his first 3 points of the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Good.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
That's good. Thunder have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16-24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And really with the Thunder and their road problems last season, both Phoenix and New Orleans had better road records than they did. And had the Thunder been tougher on the road, no doubt they would have made it in.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Waiters in for Andre Robertson.
And, you know, the Thunder had road trouble right out of the gate last season, guys. Only had 1 road win in their first 9 road games. They also had 4 different instances of 4 or more game road losing streaks last season.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
For the Thunder, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Collison. Durant comes in for Kyle Singler. And it's Roberson in for Waiters.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Outside Curry. And it's off from 3-point range.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Westbrook against Curry. Lets it go with a 3. Westbrook, no good. Right side Curry. Curry with another miss. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
They get the rebound. Adams. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Azili. And it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala.
It has not been an easy quarter for him.
Comes the pass to Durant. Shoots. But they get it back. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. The Warriors, #1. In third, the Thunder.
And here we've got 2 teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup. Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. Tops in scoring, 11th in assists, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in 3-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Cantor checked in for the Thunder. Morrow comes in for Serge Ibaka. Left side Durant. tipped away.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Curry against Westbrook. And Curry, here we go. They double-team Curry. Stolen by Cantor. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Andrew Bogut.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. He has 17 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
And Cantor throws it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for a man.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4. I mean, he's usually kind of rooted to the floor, not elevating to the rim.
Well, Greg, with his length, he doesn't have to go far to get to that rim.
I tell you what, guys, he got it right there without a problem.
Morrow. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Thunder out in front, up 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, obviously.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 2. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Adams in at center. Nobody near Barnes. Green dishes to Curry for the lead, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 19 points.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
And stolen by Barnes. Outside Curry. Bogut kicks to Curry. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Adams. And Durant, here we go. Green with the block. Outside Curry. hits the jumper in space. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
And the Western playoffs it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
One thing about Kevin Durant, when you talk with him, he's got such a laid-back demeanor. I mean, his pulse doesn't quicken. And when you ask opponents, they'll tell you he is as competitive, Greg, as they come.
Yeah, what you see on the outside. With Kevin is a mirage, a fake out, if you will, because on the inside, this guy burns with competitive fire and brimstone.
And Curry, here we go. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Oklahoma City. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. An opportunity here to go to the 2K leaderboard and see who's been the hottest of the hot at the small forward position for the past month. Kevin Durant is second.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Well, I would go beyond pretty good, Craig. I mean, they are special players at the offensive end. Impossible to defend in any kind of conventional way. I mean, you've got to be creative to try to slow these guys down.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
And they'll keep possession. Goes back up. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And now it's up to 25 points for Steph Curry. Thunder trailing by 6. It's Westbrook with the drive.
Here we can get a look at Oklahoma City, Kevin, and what kind of numbers they put up these last 10 games. First in opponent shooting percentage. Second in field goal percentage. And they're ranked 3rd overall in team offense. This is a team that knows how to put the ball in the basket, and really that's their strong suit.
And go back to their top-notch defense. They just smother you and impose their will on you. A lot of nights it seems like teams don't even know what hit them.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Warriors leading by 4. Westbrook with the steal. From 10 feet out, and it's good off the glass. Westbrook's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half. And, you know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
And he gets it to go.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
And it's Westbrook missing. The Warriors have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got the lead up to 6. Now for the Warriors.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Westbrook drives in. Shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight. Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And the basket by Curry.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Durant powered down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Curry against Westbrook. Outside Curry. Just 5 to shoot. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook. His second person, 13.
Curry. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got rebound number 13 with that last one. And it's blocked by Curry. 27 seconds left to play in the third. And the rejection by Ibaka. To the middle. And Westbrook throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Fires for 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And as we end the third quarter, and the final period of play just about to start. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. I remember also in high school he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Thanks again, Doris. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5. Home in the paint. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Thunder trailing by 5. Down low. It's stolen by Green. Some hustle stats.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Durant against Barnes, and stolen by Barnes.
You never want to point the finger at one person in a team game as to why a team is struggling, but his 5 turnovers have slowed down what the offense has tried to do. What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Westbrook double team. Deflects the pass. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range. That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Thunder ball.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team, while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade, replenish your energy for the late game push. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Thunder trailing by 8. Here's Westbrook. And Curry pulls it down. The Warriors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Great look, but off the mark.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
That one goes. Count it.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the court. And Ibaka slams it in.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Curry, wide open, sinks the triple. Curry's got 50 points.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Westbrook with the steal. They're running. For 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got his 5th rebound in this one. From outside the arc. Can't get it to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Curry against Westbrook. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Thunder trailing by 7. Westbrook with it. Durant attacking, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 16 points for Kevin Durant.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Adams outside. Inside. It's stolen by Green. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. From deep three-point range, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound basketball. That's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
Goes up on the wing. That one a little long.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's foul number 2 for him. A 3 from Barnes. Another 3 for Golden State.
Okay, now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Warriors.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Curry. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
41 seconds left in the game. From deep, Westbrook with the block. From deep, Curry's shot is off.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
Third team foul. Shooting for Golden State.
And the second free throw, good.
I'm sure he would have liked to have nailed all of them at the stripe, but that should be good enough to end this thing.
23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ibaka, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
From deep three-point range, and it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 53. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're losing by 13. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
It's the front. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Stephen, a big win here at home, obviously. How important is the momentum for playing a game like this?
We just needed to win tonight. I mean, that was big for our morale and our locker room. And, you know, we got to practice day tomorrow to watch the film and keep getting better. It does feel good to win, but we do have another tough game coming in. So we'll be ready and hopefully get a tight home court again.
Stephen, thank you. Kevin, you got to love that he's never satisfied.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points. What are your thoughts, Shaq, on his game tonight?
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.